Syria's civil war has left more than 130,000 people dead and forced millions to flee to neighbouring countries like Jordan. In the midst of this catastrophe, meet one extraordinary woman who remains focused on her work, changing lives for the better.
Here on a windswept desert plain in Jordan sits the Zaatari refugee camp, just 10 kilometers from Syria. Across the border, people are dying every day in a brutal civil war. Millions have lost their homes. 80,000 Syrians have found shelter here amid the dust and grime. And many have come to rely on an extraordinary woman they call Mama Munira.
When they ask for me, where is Mama Munira? I am so happy, I run. What do you want?
Munira Shaban is Jordan's most famous nurse midwife. She advocates for family planning, dispenses birth control, and counsels pregnant women.
They need me for deliveries, for pregnant women, for children, for family planning and the methods. And I felt that I know all this knowledge. Why not to give?
And Munira gives a lot. She came out of retirement in her late 60s to work at Zaatari. Each morning she leaves her home at dawn for the 90-minute commute.
Munira, I think she's a wonderful lady. She's a very positive person.
Muna Idris of the UN Population Fund, or UNFPA, hired Munira to work with Syrian refugees.
She's doing a very tough job and supporting in a very challenging situation.
Munira is supporting patients like Nasriya Maslamani, who's pregnant with her first child. Nasriya lives with her husband Ziad and her mother in a two-room tent. Fearing for their lives, they fled Syria in 2012, leaving brothers and sisters behind. They're worried about raising their son in the camp's unsanitary conditions.
المخيم هذا فيه أمراض كثيرة. يعني هون الأجواء صعبة، الغبرة، الجو بارد، مو مثل عندنا. بتظل إمكانيات ضعيفة عن حياتنا أول عن سوريا.
خاف علين أول شغلة من الفيران اللي بالخيمة يصيبوا مرض. أتمنى يعني الواحد يرجع على بلده ويربي يعني ابنه.
Nasriya visits Munira about once a week for advice.
I discovered that she doesn't know about her blood grouping. Also, I told her not to visit any sick person here in the camps.
Opened in the summer of 2012, Zaatari now resembles a small town, with trailers replacing some of the tents, satellite dishes, and shops set up by refugees to sell produce and household goods. But this commerce can be a source of conflict. Surprisingly, one of the most contentious commodities is baby formula, and Munira decides who gets it.
I examine the woman. If she has lots of milk, then I tell her about advantages and disadvantages of breast milk.
Munira only approves baby formula for mothers who are not producing milk. But lots of people want formula to barter or sell.
She's been harassed. Men have come and said, you have to give me the formula or otherwise I'm going to beat you.
Sometimes they come and shouting, we want milk. Then when I explain, they want it by hook or by crook, by force. So I advise them, if they shout, never mind, because I got used to it.
Munira is also willing to take on another controversial practice, one she believes is dangerous for Syrian girls.
They like to get married young, 12, 13, 14, and they get children. If she is 18 or 20, they say she is khalas, she cannot get married later. They think that khalas, finished.
Many of these women married as teenagers and had lots of children. Now a widow, Amal had 4 girls by the time she was 16, and then she had 3 boys. One of her own daughters also had 4 girls by 16.
معها 4 بنات، بنات صغار، يعني كل سنة وشوي هيك تلاقيها حمل، واحدة معها نقص وزن والثاني عم ترضع هلا خلفتها بالمخيم إلى 8 أشهر صار معها نقص بالكالسيوم.
Munira says that most of these women now agree that their daughters should wait until 18 before they marry.
And they say yes, because she will not finish her school. She cannot read and write. How can she help her children to learn and to read and to send to the school?
For all her warmth and knowledge, Munira's strength has been tested throughout her life. When she was only 15, she had to fight to study nursing when her uncle was dead set against it.
He spit on my father. He said, "What, you want to send your daughter to be a nurse, to work in hospitals?" Before a long time, people, they don't like their daughters to learn nursing.
But Munira prevailed and has never stopped learning. After becoming a nurse, she learnt to deliver babies and studied family planning at a time when that too was controversial.
Many people against it. Even I remember in the clinic, I was talking with a woman and she asked the doctor, "I want to have a space between my child and the other child." And he told her, "How many children you have?" She told him, "I have 3. He said, go back. When you have 7 or 8, come back, I will advise."
Munira kept taking courses at home and abroad, and soon she was giving them. Munira had her own show promoting women's health on Jordanian television. She became a well-known celebrity. After 30 years, the Ministry of Health could no longer afford to pay Munira, so she retired. Seeing a need for women's education in this poor section of Jordan's capital, Munira volunteered to set up a community centre. Here, women learned basic skills, even reading. Munira still helps out here, even though she has a full-time job in Zaatari. Munira lives for her successes in the camp, and they are many.
I am so happy that now, although I see lots of children there, lots of pregnancies there, but it's going on. Family planning is working very well there.
When she's not at work, Munira grows lemons and limes in her extensive garden. She lives alone. Her brother is one of her few surviving relatives. Munira's living room is lined with awards and honours she's received. But it's also a shrine to her 2 daughters, who died tragically young of a rare genetic disorder.
The eldest died at 11 years and the youngest died at 9 years. And I aborted twice male. God bless them. They are angels in the God.
As she's done her whole life, Munira finds solace in helping women and children stay healthy.
Sometimes when I go there, I feel so happy. I don't feel that I'm tired from the going and coming. I love my work. I don't feel that these people different than us. I think they are good women. They want to go home.